Hey, Christina Munoz here, Aka the Laughing Entrepreneur, and this video isn't actually going to talk about anything funny, I'm afraid. Okay, in fact, I was inspired to record this video after I posted a bit of a rant, really, on my Facebook wall recently. I saw something, witnessed something that made, frankly, my blood boil. And if you haven't seen that wall post, basically, one of the things I find most annoying about our industry, okay, is the guru sponsors, okay, who, when you join them in an opportunity, you literally join them in an opportunity and you're excited about joining them in an opportunity. What they do is they often pitch you the other income opportunities they are in, or any other opportunities they decide to join in future, and only ever really contact you about other opportunities or for you to buy any products they create to train you. And it can get worse. They can even then also do that to your pass-ups or to your downline as well. So I wrote a little bit of a rant about that, and it really struck a nerve, and it made me see, just from all the comments that were left, how many people have been, I guess, or had guru sponsors like that. So that inspired me to record a video sharing what to do when you have a guru sponsor, okay, who does that to you, okay, how to handle it so that you continue to progress and build your business, especially if the business you join them under is one that you love and you don't want to leave. Now, before I get to how to do that, okay, I want to share a little bit of a story with you. You know how I love stories, okay? And it's actually from a movie. It's a movie I saw back in the 90s. It was an art house film, and it was called Blue Velvet by David Lynch. And Isabella Rossellini was in it, Dennis Hopper, and a whole bunch of other people. And that movie really is a work of art. It's just gorgeous. If you're an artist or a painter, I mean, watch that movie, it'll blow you away. But I will never ever forget the first scene in that movie. I got an itchy ear. Do you ever get itchy ears? I do, I get itchy ears. Anyway, I don't know what that means. Maybe it means someone's talking about me. But anyway, let me get back to the story. Okay, back to the movie Blue Velvet. I'll never forget the first scene. I remember sitting there, I think I was in Nova or one of those art house cinemas in my 20s, okay? And the first scene opened up and the camera took you into this gorgeous town in the USA, okay? This beautiful sort of small town in somewhere in the USA. And as the camera took you into this town, it showed you the town, and the skies were blue, okay? The trees were just, it was full of trees. It was just this gorgeous sort of beautiful, happy environment. And then the camera continued, and then eventually it took you into a park, and the grass was a vibrant green. It was just lush and gorgeous. Again, the sky was blue, the sun was shining. And then all of a sudden the camera went straight into the grass, okay? It just dove straight into the grass, and then below the grass, you wouldn't even see it, was also almost microscopic, but not quite. But just as it dug down right deep into the grass, you saw this human ear with ants crawling all over it, okay? A human ear with ants crawling literally all over it. The symbolism of that scene totally blew me away. And for me, the symbolism of that scene describes really life, okay? Just what can happen in life. You know, there is light and there is dark, okay? There's no point trying to fight that. That's the way life is. And, you know, light and dark exists as well in any industry. And our industry is no different, okay? And when you think about our industry, we're all sold the beauty, okay? We're all sold the dream, the freedom, come and join me and I'll help you build a massive business and this, that, the other. We're all sold the dream. And that's not to say you can't live the dream. I'm living the dream. Plenty of other people are. However, in our industry, just like any other industry, if you look closer, there's going to be an ear with ants crawling all over it. So what I want to do in this video is help you deal with it when you find an ear covered all ants with it. And where the ant crawling all over, all over the ear is actually crawling on your ear. Okay. And that can happen when, you know, we join guru sponsors who really, they only give a shit about money. I'm just going to be blunt, okay? They could care less if you're successful or not, okay? They're about throwing numbers to the wall and seeing who sticks, okay? I mean, you'll email them, they might help you, whatever it is, answer a question or two. You'll never get them on the phone, even if you're a leader. You know, they just, all they will do is contact you to literally pitch other opportunities or sell their training products all of the time to you, and that is it. So how you know, I mean, one thing I didn't talk about in that wall post is how you know, how you can see the red flags, okay, is when you're considering joining someone, see how they approach their list, you know, find out if they work other opportunities. You know, find out if they are joining other opportunities. Frankly, that's a red flag, you know. So you can see just how a guru sponsor behaves, how they deal with their list, what they do on their FB, and just, you know, how they actually approach their business, whether they're on the same page as you. And I just want you to know there's no good or bad here. You know, someone who's doing that, that's their journey. You know, that's the way they choose to run their business. That's fine. That's certainly not the way I choose to run my business. And I know many of you watching this now don't choose to run your business that way either. So what happens if, unfortunately, okay, you've ended up joining a guru sponsor and they're hitting you with opportunities and all of that? Well, here's what can happen. Okay, and remember I said we've all got the dark inside of us too, okay? And when I talk about that, it means there are positive emotions and negative emotions. You know, there's love, there's hate, okay? Another often called negative emotion is anger, okay? So what can happen is when you realize the huge, beautiful, happy dream suddenly has an ear with ants crawling all over it, okay? You realize that, oh my Lord, I've joined someone like that, okay? Especially when your comp plan is one where, you know, your sponsor's going to earn off you continually every single month. And like, for example, if you're with us in Empower, if you've got a sponsor like that here in Empower, okay, you're going to pass up your second, fourth and sixth sale and every 1 in 5, okay? And to share another story with you, because I actually met someone who was in that situation in Orlando while I was at the, funnily enough, Fight the Forces of Evil event, okay, in Orlando. Just a great, great guy. I'm not going to say his name. I don't want to embarrass him, but it was just an absolute joy to spend some time with him. He's not someone on my team, but the way I see it, we're all part of one big family. And I got to spend some time with him. Yeah, got to spend some real quality time with him, and we had a chat. And there's something about this guy. I could see, just even when I was chatting to him, that there was something really special about him, but he also seemed to me sad. There was something not quite right. So we had a bit of a chat, and he actually shared with me how he had very much been using the products in our business, Empower Network, to help, I guess, to help him help offline businesses. So when I asked him, well, how are you going in your Empower Network business? You know, where are you at with your Empower Network business? Is there anything I can do to help you there? And he said, well, he's actually not building a team. Okay. So I asked him, why aren't you building a team? What's sort of stopping you from doing that? And then he shared with me that he didn't have respect for his sponsor, that, you know, his sponsor was one of those sponsors that constantly hit him with other opportunities, would only sort of you know, hit him with products that he would have to buy if he wanted to get any training, you know, and also had a bit of a sponsor that sort of said really bad things about other people, you know, which is just not on at all. So what that did is that caused a lot of resentment and also anger inside of him. And that anger and resentment he had meant he didn't want to earn that sponsor any money. You know, he didn't want to, you know, build a business that earns his sponsor any money at all. And I know this is like not often talked about, but it's important we talk about this sort of stuff because it exists, okay? There's no point in denying it or keeping it under the rug, okay? It exists, and it's okay because that's part of life. And we can deal with these situations in a positive way. So while he was sharing with me his story, you know, because I've had that happen to me, okay, I'm not going to go into the details, but I've had that happen to me as well, okay, we all have. You've been in the industry long enough, it's going to happen to you and may be happening to you right now, okay? And if it is, and you don't want to leave your company because you love your company, well, I'm going to share with you what I shared with him, okay? I shared with him, well, do you realize that you putting the brakes on your business because of how you feel about your sponsor is actually you giving your personal power away to your sponsor. You're not helping you. You're not causing your sponsor anything negative. Your sponsor could care less. Okay? It does not affect your sponsor in any way because they're going to continue doing what they're doing. You can't control what your sponsor does. All you control is what you do. And you, even though you really want to build your business, your Empower Network business, and you're not, because how you feel about your sponsor is you giving your personal power away. It's actually cost you. It's cost you not just emotionally, spiritually, intellectually, but also financially, you not continuing to progress in your business. And then I shared with him that it's okay to feel anger. Okay? Yeah, absolutely. Like, I'm so in touch with my dark side, and my anger is never far away. Okay? I used to be a very angry young girl and a very angry young woman in my 20s, but over time, thankfully, as you mature and you read books and you learn, okay, I learned to become at peace with the angry side of me. Okay, and now whenever I get angry, I love it when I get angry. Okay, I get excited when I get angry because it's one of the most powerful emotions on the planet. It's one of the most powerful emotions you could ever feel. Okay, because when you're angry, that emotion spurs action. You have to release that anger. Okay, if you repress anger, and there's a lot of people, especially women, and this fellow that I talked to felt it too. We are a bit of a kindred spirit, really. He has anger issues, or had been trying to manage his anger issues, kind of thing. And he was scared of being angry. He didn't want to feel angry because he was scared of what he would do if he would be angry. And I know when I was young, when I was 10 or whatever it is, I would get angry. What would I do? Hit someone. Literally, I'd throw chairs all over the classroom and just get absolutely furious and lash out. Okay, because that's all I saw growing up. Okay, growing up, all I saw was when anyone got angry, they hit someone. They expressed that anger through violence. Okay, whether it be verbal or physical violence. So it wasn't until I got older in my 20s that I saw that there was another way to transform and use anger in a positive way. Okay, and almost without even realizing it, okay, I started using my anger and took action to create things in my life, to start creating positive things in my life. Okay, and often I'll be angry at someone and then I'll be right. Fuck you, pardon the language, but I do drop the F-bomb. That's me. Okay, so don't have any children watch this. Okay, fuck you, I'm going to do this. Okay, and then I'll go and create something positive. Okay, I've done that my whole entire life. Like, to give you an example, when I was 33 and I lost my job because I injured my back and ended up on sickness benefits, when I got, the report from the surgeon a year later saying that my symptoms were bizarre and florid and I just didn't want to work anymore, oh my Lord, the rage I felt then was, oh my Lord, it had to be released. But instead of me releasing it in a negative way or self-destructive internally through self-harm, I've never done self-harm, but that's how a lot of people, young people who do not know how to manage any feelings of anger, okay, often can self-harm themselves, It's very sad. This is what I'm saying, that you need to come at peace with the dark side of yourself, the dark emotions that you feel, because nothing's all completely dark or light. I guess this is what I'm trying to say. Nothing is completely dark or light. There's an in-between, okay? And I actually feel the best way to be, the most evolved way to be, is to combine the two and use the two for good, okay? To use those two energies, to combine them, accept them, embrace them, understand them, and use them for good, where you respond when you feel those dark emotions, not react. Okay, so when I was 33, because I'd been, and I also read a great book, The Way of the Peaceful Warrior by Dan Miller. I read it in my 20s. It was probably the first time I saw anyone write about how to use anger. Okay, so read that book if you haven't read it. Read it, it's excellent. But anyway, when I was 33 and I got that report, that anger is what spurred me to start my online business. Okay, now I could have sent him hate mail. Okay, I could have, put prawns in his letterbox. I could have started doing all these awful things to that man. Okay, but instead of releasing the anger that way, okay, and because I recognize, I have that aspect of my nature, okay, I said, right, I'm going to start a home business, and I had a bit of a goal. I thought, how much do surgeons earn? For whatever the reason, I thought they earned $20,000 a month. Okay, so I used the anger I felt to that surgeon to actually fuel me as I built my first MLM. Okay, and now here's what happened when you use anger. Eventually it dissipates. Okay, it literally will just go. And so by the time I was actually earning $20,000 a month in my MLM, I had totally forgotten about it. Okay, it didn't matter anymore. I didn't care anymore. I was totally past it. I didn't have that rage or anger for him anymore at all. He's on his own journey, whatever it is. It wasn't an issue. Well, I sort of shared with the fellow I was talking to in Orlando the same sort of thing. I said, great, I love it that you get angry. Fantastic, okay? Because you can use that anger to spur you into action. Now, here's what you can do. Now, you might have another way of dealing with this, but this works for me every single time. And this is how I've dealt with it in that sort of situation, okay? All right. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to get bloody focused about your business, right? You are going to make it happen, okay? You're not going to allow someone else's decision, someone else's behavior, okay, to affect what you joined this company for to create. You know why? Because it's not just about you. There are people out there waiting for you. And if you let that dickhead, no offense, stop you from building your business when you've got all the capability in the world to do it, he wins. Okay, he wins. Do you understand that? Okay, the implications are far more than just you personally. And there are people out there who need to work with you because you're not like that. You have integrity. Okay, you have passion. You want to build a business the right way. You don't want to throw people to the wall and see who sticks. Okay, so what your bloody sponsor does, how they bloody behave. Here in the Empower Network, you've got everything you need right under one roof in our products and with the wider community and with our events to give you absolutely everything you need to build whatever sort of business that you want that's about you. So how you get over it, okay, is every time something passes up to your sponsor, you say, that's a big fuck you. That's another fuck you. And fuck you again. Okay, what you want to do is have so many pass-ups going up to your sponsor, they're like freaking out. Okay, and you want zero to do with them. Okay, every single time that happens, that's like a message being sent. I don't need you. We are not on the same page. I don't respect you. But bloody hell, no way am I going to allow you to stop me from achieving what I want to achieve with this vehicle. Okay? That is how you use anger. That is how you can use anger to spur you into action, to not only transform your life and use the vehicle that you're part of to do that, but then inspire hundreds, if not thousands, and eventually millions of people to do the same. So I want you to know that if you have a sponsor like that, if you're not in the Empower Network, if you're in any company, okay, I can only talk about Empower Network because I understand our comp plan and everything, okay, but if you're part of another company, whatever it may be, and you love your company, and at the moment, you're feeling shitty, resentful, having a self-pity party because you've got a shitty sponsor, okay, all right, and you're not rolling up your sleeves and getting to work because you don't want to earn them any money, well, that's the way to handle it. You're not doing yourself any favors. You're giving your power away to that person, okay? And not only that, it's affecting all those people out there that need to hear from you, okay? So that's the way you deal with a guru sponsor you happen to have, okay, so that it doesn't negatively affect you. And if it helps you, read The Way of the Peaceful Warrior by Dan Miller. It is excellent. Know that you're not the only one, okay? Understand that, that's life, okay? And it doesn't mean you have to leave our industry or anything silly like that, because the reality is it's in every industry, okay? And that's something you need to understand. No industry is perfect. No company is perfect. We as humans are not perfect. I'm the first to admit I don't know everything. I'm not perfect. I get it wrong too. Okay, but I do the best I can to be the best I can, and I learn from my mistakes. Okay, and try not to repeat them. Okay, but I'm also very much at peace with all parts of me. Okay, so if you're struggling with your anger issues or whatever it is, you know, get at peace with them. Understand it does not have to be a negative emotion. It can be a really fun emotion. And it can spur you into action to create something. And, you know, the anger I felt yesterday is what I use to turn nothing to create that wall post and that article that inspired you possibly to leave a comment, and which has now inspired this video. And you can't say to me that anger didn't have a positive focus there. And I'm very, 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 very grateful that anger is never far away from me. It's kind of funny. I'm the laughing entrepreneur. I love to laugh, but I also get angry. Quite a lot. But I love anger. I like to find reasons to be, if I'm not angry, I need to find reasons to be angry, because anger is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful fuel. And it's something that you can use to help you deal with a guru sponsor who's not doing the right thing by you too. So anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please feel free to leave a comment, and feel free to visit the link below too, and feel free to share this with your teams and anyone else in the industry that you do not want to be a victim from one of those guru sponsors anymore either. And let's not let those people stop us from achieving what we want to achieve. Okay, so what? We'll stick right where we're at. We're very happy, and we're going to make it happen and create something beautiful in this world. The more beauty we create, the more that helps the ears with all the ants over it too. Okay, take care, and I'll be back again soon. Bye.